Hey, West Village Church, Andrew here with Michelle. I just wanted to take a few minutes to ask her some questions about the Reliance Women's Conference that she's putting together. So first of all, Michelle, this conference is for women, so not for me at all.
It is just for women, absolutely.
Now, I know we're in this crazy pandemic season. A lot of the ladies at our church are moms with young kids, and they have to navigate through lots of different opportunities. And I know Zoom fatigue, online fatigue is a real thing. So people are kind of like having to pick and choose what they can do. So why is it such a great idea for the moms to set aside some time to be part of the Reliance Women's Conference?
I think first and foremost, as women, we need it, especially more for extroverts, but I think even for us introverts that have been at home for months where we just need that engagement. And no, it's not in person, but it is still something. And I think it's going to be amazing. And so I know even at the monthly women's connection nights that I'm doing, I love the time just to see these beautiful women's faces, all of you that I haven't seen in months, to get to engage with you and just to hear what is happening in your heart, what is taking place in your life. And so to get to do that over a 2-day period, you should come because number one, we need it. And I'm going to say more so as women than men, not that I can speak for men, but I know for me, I need that engagement. And so, it's over 2 days. So it's over a Friday night for 2 hours and a Saturday morning for 2 hours. And even if you can only commit to one of those, then still commit and come to one of those. But if you come to one, you're going to be like, man, I want to be there on the Saturday morning too. So I think it's important. I think it's necessary. I think it's something that we need to be engaged with one another. And there's some awesome speakers that are going to be coming to be a part of this from the States. And there's prizes. So even if that is the thing that draws you in, woohoo, you might win something, come out for that because there's some fun prizes as well as the heart piece that we need to just engage with one another.
Cool. So it's called Reliance. What can ladies kind of expect to be happening at this conference? What are they going to be learning? What's kind of the thrust behind it?
So, I think I came up with the name Reliance because it's all about reliance on the Holy Spirit. And I think especially in this season, we need that. We need him for all things, for relying on him for our marriages, if you're married, for relationships in your life, for your finances. So just looking at areas where we need to grow and our need to rely on the Holy Spirit, hence it's called Reliance for everything in our life. And so how do we do that? And so I have 2 women that will be speaking into that and really diving into areas of their life where they've had to take a look at that and look at where they need him and how do they draw closer to the Holy Spirit in areas where they have those needs. And so that's something that we'll be talking through and having other speakers speak into that for us, but then also breaking out into rooms where we can dive a little deeper with each other in smaller groups that I know for some women that's way more comfortable to talk in a group of 3 or 4 as opposed to 20. And so you'll have opportunity to do that, just to dive a little deeper into what we're learning throughout the weekend.
Yeah, and I know one of your speakers, Jess Jagger, I got to meet personally when Shannon and I did Soma School, and she was coaching DNAs and just a totally awesome woman of God, knows how to speak specifically to women. So I'm super excited for the ladies in our church. Maybe one last question for you. Just hit us with some of the details again. So what are the times? Is there a cost? What's the platform that we're using to be on this?
So it'll be over Zoom. It's May 28th, which is a Friday night from 7:30 till 9:30. So if you have young children, ask your husband to put them to bed. Saturday morning, May 29th from 9:30 to 11:30. So I will just have my children in front of a screen, probably playing video games, but my husband will be there too to feed them breakfast and all that. And so there's going to be a variety of speakers. There'll be 2 different speakers. There'll be worship, which will more be us on mute, but engaging with the person leading worship because it's super awkward over Zoom. So you can just put it on mute and sing away. There'll be prizes as well as the breakout rooms. So it's 2 days, 2 hours each day, and the cost is $10, which you can sign up on the Church Center app or on Planning Center. So please come. It's going to be amazing. I'm super pumped. I want you to be pumped. And I also want you to feel free to invite other women in your life. So although it's set up for women within West Village, it's also to be inviting your friends too that maybe want to learn more about the Holy Spirit, want to learn more about who Jesus is and what he can do in our lives. And so invite your women friends out, your neighbors, your girlfriends. They are more than welcome to come and be a part of this or sit out on your patio with them with your laptop in front of you and do it together.
Cool. Well, Thank you, Michelle. Don't miss it. May 28th, Reliance Women's Conference.
And 29th.